Hello back everyone. I am still out and about my little grocery shopping. Um, so I did buy my stuff that I needed, but I was also very naughty and I stopped at the McDonald's and I had a double quarter pounder, which I haven't had in years. So it was so yummy. While I was sitting there, the place was packed out, and well, there was pretty much any room for anyone. So there was this very old gentleman who obviously needed a place to sit, so I helped him to sit right next to me. Long story short, we got to talk. We started talking, which was very interesting because but I'm saying like this is probably like an 86-year-old guy. And we started to have a little chat about life in general, but it was very actually entertaining. And he was just telling me like he's from Manchester when he moved down to London and this and that, and how pretty much what he was describing about his younger days. It was pretty much exactly what I think we all do. So I don't think we're much different from one another. Because he was just saying like, I remember when I came down to London and I would leave my house on like Friday night and then go back to my place like on only until Monday or Tuesday. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And so many other things, right? To my point is like, yeah, we're the same. We are just the same, but different days. So to the kids out there, and actually what he was advising to me was like, do whatever you want to do now that you're still young, and move and travel and do everything you want to do, because he was actually had like some problems walking, because might come the day when you're not that mobile anymore, and then you regret it. So I am gonna take his advice, and I am gonna be more mobile, because yes, I believe that's probably the universe talking to us in one way or another. The problem with me, no, not the problem, I hate that word, problem. The thing with me is that I developed something called porphyria, which is an inherited condition. And for whatever reason, about 15 years, it kicked in. Yay! So I hit the lottery. But it does have to do a lot with my waves of energy and my waves of being mobile or not. So that's something I've been struggling with for the last 15 years. And I try as much as I can not to see it as an issue, but to navigate it and to normalize it, which is what I think I've done so far. So whenever I'm having a good week, I'm having a good week, and I try to do as much as I can. And then whenever I'm not having a good week, I'm not being so hard on myself, and just I'm being hard on myself on these days, like being more kind. But this set, I'm gonna try to make an effort, even if it's uncomfortable for me, just to go out there more and try to make my recovery process, my recovery time a little bit faster, maybe. So I'll see if that's possible. Maybe that was the message that the universe was sending to me. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe not everything has to be a freaking message. Anyways, so autumn's officially here. It's nice and fresh, very nice and fresh. I wouldn't call it cold because it's not. It's a little bit chilly, but fresh. That's it. So I'm on my way back, and I'm going to go back home, have a nice cozy evening, keep getting ready because it's been a month and I'm starting to feel like I'm going crazy. There's still like tons of boxes unpacked, unwrapped, unsorted, and it's just starting to bother me. Now I need to make a little stop here because this is the Emmy motherfucking house. I'm just gonna say I absolutely love it. Look at this. I've always dreamed of having my own private entrance like this. And I know one day I will, because everything I ever wanted, she's ever always had it. So, thank you, universe. But how stunning is this? How stunning.
Well, it's not just down into it, it's all really like...
Beautiful. So I cannot begin to tell you guys how much I'm actually enjoying this side of town, which to me was always kind of out of the question because, I don't know, I guess speaking of being older, younger and older, when I was younger, I wanted different things in life. And this was a little bit too residential, I'm going to say. Family-oriented kind of place. But now that I'm in my mid-40s, I'm starting to like it. So, to the point about the older guy that I just met in McDonald's. I guess it's whomever designed us, whatever designed us, runs the same program for all of us. So yeah, I'm at that age where I'm changing this sort of view and take on life. And then, need to do more stuff before I reach my 80s, like he was. He was very sweet, actually. Just saying that he had to confess he was an alcoholic. Because he would actually drink up to 5 or 6 pints an hour back in the day. I'm like, that's not any different than any other breed that I ever encountered in my life. You're not an alcoholic, darling, you're just British. So he was cracking up. But this is it, guys. If I take this little walk here, which Jesus has been already 10 minutes, I didn't realize it. I was just gonna say, you literally cross the street and you're there, my road. So yeah, it's, as I said, it's 10 minutes. If you're not talking and walking slow like I always do. Proper Taylor. Oh my gosh, there's a bus towards Vauxhall here. Woohoo! And here we are. So we are on Westbourne Grove and Kensington Park Road. That's Portobello Road down there. And you know what? Because this is the Paul Smith building, but because this is always like a very bubbly. What is it about Paul Smith? Like everyone else go bankrupt, but they don't. And they're like, I can never say that if I like it, because they do have amazing quality stuff. And I'm gonna have to admit it, I do own a couple of pieces of Paul Smith. But everything with them, always, ever since I came to London and I saw them for the first time, everything with them, it's very hit and miss, right? Because you would get the one amazing cashmere, good looking piece, and then pretty much everything else is like not so good. Not so good. Yes, I said it. Yes, I did. Earl of London. Of Lonsdale, sorry. Oh, that is that pub. I actually never pay attention to it in the evening. It looks pretty darn nice. Pretty. Again, Portobello Road. And we are literally, I'm gonna say 2 blocks from my place. Dun, 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 dun.
Everybody leaves. I'm waiting for my bus. That's exactly it.
She's like, in a minute, I'm going to empty my bag.
That's what we get. And
Oh, let's set the table and
Okay, this is gonna take slightly longer for me because I took that little detour to show you guys. Portobello Road at this time. So, well, as I'm approaching my street, my corner, I will say my goodbyes. I will ask you yet again to like, follow, subscribe, and everything else that I always beg for. You still see a lot of people out and about, even though it's a little bit cold. But yeah, so thank you again, guys. We made another good 16 minutes video here. Exactly where I started this earlier this afternoon at the Electric Cinema, which I don't know if it's still open. There is a Taylor Swift release party of a showgirl. Nice. It's a shame that I'm actually not that much of a fan. Otherwise, I'll be buying my tickets. But yes. Thank you so very, very, very much, guys, for watching. I loved every second of it. Catch you guys on the next one.